Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Just hit the like button. Let's go and get that out the way. Let's get that out the way right now. Here we go. Here we go. You know how some things need to be handled with a little finesse? You know how some things need to be handled with a little finesse? I was asking myself, you know, I got the call that said, hey, you know, did you hear about X, Y, and Z? I said, you must be playing. It must be a prank. So I had to literally make some phone calls just to find out, is this real or is this fake? ChrisRock gets smacked on national television by none other than Mr. Jiggy himself. None other than Bel Air's finest. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Carolyn in the building. I couldn't believe it. We're going to have a quick conversation about this because I think that this is a time that we should actually explore this. Do you think Will Smith was wrong? You know what I'm saying? Miss Magic says, hey, bro, ain't nothing fake about it, bro. But see, listen, here's the thing, because you don't think Will Smith, you know what I'm saying, would take it there. And I think sometimes when you take, you know what I'm saying, people's kindness for weakness and they show you that they're not playing with you, it's always interesting. So what I really wanted to do is I wanted to explore this real quick or whatever. I've seen a lot of people talking about this situation, and I figured I give my, you know what I'm saying, I think I'm giving more than 2 cents. I think I'm giving some type of fair and impartial, down the middle type conversation, but I wanted to open up the chat, you know what I'm saying, and see what you guys thought. But I wanted to give my reaction to this or whatever kids be. First of all, this was embarrassing. There was nothing heroic about this. There was nothing magnificent about this. There was nothing alpha male about this. This was handled at the wrong time. ChrisRock was wrong. Will Smith was wrong. And to be honest with you, he should have been asked to leave after that. To be honest with you, he should have been asked to leave, not sit back down and act like everything's cool. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I seen the way he smacked this guy, and I felt like, oh my God, I felt like, seriously, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, this is one of those situations where, you know, I just felt like this is one of those situations where, you know, everybody's in the audience like, and I wanted to jump up there and just help them. I wanted to say, reach out and touch, because they was in the audience. And I said, ChrisRock, is this a game? Even on his face, I felt like they was all like, I felt like they was all laughing. They was laughing. You know, I thought it was fake, y'all. Listen, I was like, man, this is fake. It gotta be fake because all of them was like, I felt like it was fake. But as time went on, I say as his skin tone decided to change colors. I'm just saying, as his skin tone decided to change colors, I then realized that this was real. This was real life and death situation. I felt like, okay, I see him bracing himself. It must be fake. I see people in the audience and they was laughing, and I felt like, okay, this must be fake. And then I looked and I was like, well, maybe Will is going to say ha ha ha. But the ha ha ha, it never came. The ha 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 never came, y'all. Did anybody see the ha ha ha? Because at first, when he first said the little G.I. Jane joke, I thought it was funny. You know, I said, okay, ha ha ha. But I didn't realize the backstory. Sometimes you got to understand people's backstory. You can't just mess with everybody. You can't pick on everybody. Because everybody ain't going to play them games. Everybody ain't going to be sitting in the audience and just, they're not going to be laughing. This is why I tell people on social media from time to time, you don't know what video is going to be the wrong video. You don't know what comment is going to be the wrong comment. Don't mess with people because everybody in the audience ain't going to be, they all going to laugh at you when it's all said and done. When they pull up and they decide that they want to take matters into their own hands, when you get the issue, they all gonna be. I'm just saying. So in case you guys missed it, let's do a recap real quick because I like to bring everybody. Salute to the chat. I see you guys. I want to just do this real quick because I feel like it's important, man. You know, I just think that this was a sad moment. For anybody involved, you know, just because I feel like, you know, we have to find a way, you know, to deal with, you know, what it is that we're dealing with. You know, we have to find a way to do it. But let's listen to what was said. Okay, let's listen to what was said and what happened. Well, let's look at it too. Okay, that's important. Let's get busy. Let's see here.
But arguably one of the most talked about and tense moments of the night, Will Smith smacks Chris Rock on stage. Right there, it happened after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, Jada is battling alopecia. No word if Chris Rock knew that when he made the joke, but Smith then cussed Rock out, telling him to keep Jada's name out of his mouth. ABC muting the several seconds of audio. And then later, Will Smith wins his first Oscar for Best Actor and gives a very emotional and teary speech where he apologizes, simply saying, art imitates life and love will make you do crazy things. Also saying, I hope the Academy.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can't rush through this, y'all. We cannot rush through this. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know what I do over here. We cannot rush through this. And there's a reason for that. Okay. There's a reason for that. Listen. Art imitates life. I like that. Here's the issue. The issue is when you take matters into your own hands and you don't think. Whether it's love, whether it's emotion, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, whatever it is. This was $1 million mistake, ladies and gentlemen. How many people agree with that? This was $1 million mistake. All in the name of love. I don't think that the judge is going to say, well, you know, you have the right to put your hands on anybody because you had a little stress going on. You had a little anxiety going on. You decided that you wanted to lay out some manly privileges on Mr. Chris Rock. Now, we all know Chris Rock could be a little crude at times. You know, we all know that he could say some things that's inappropriate at times. And did he take it too far? Rightfully so. Rightfully so. He took it too far. But did Will Smith have to press the button? Did he have to go Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on this guy to the point where he left the whole audience laughing at this man? This man got worldwide embarrassment. The whole world, even blind people Ray Charles, all of them are laughing at this man. They're laughing at this guy. Is it worth it? Is this worth it? Some people said he did it for honor. He did it for integrity. He did it for loyalty to his family. But maybe he did it because he was out of control. You ever think about that? Maybe he did it because guess what? He don't know how to, he don't know how to handle his problems. He ain't healed yet. Uh-oh. I think we need to recap. Let's really look at this real quick.
Invites me back.
Wow. Smack the shit out of me. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。あら、どうなんでしょうか。
Wow. Will Smith just smacked.
Does anybody know what I'm about to say? I'm about to piss somebody off. It's no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in God's jolly green giant would I have stand there so poised. My bow tie would have been off. My shoes would have been off. My jacket buttons would have been popped. It would have been a Royal Rumble in the jungle. Somebody hit the like button. We're going to have to talk about this. It would have been a royal. I would have had Will Smith getting jiggy with it all on that stage. They would have had to cancel Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the old and the new season. I'm just saying. There was no way in hell I would allow Will Smith to walk off. I would have been the predator on this motherfucker. He would have think I was C19 the way I popped up and became a pandemic on his ass. I'm just saying. Everybody in the audience that was laughing, everybody that thought, even Denzel. Denzel, you want to laugh? You want to laugh, Denzel? You think it's funny? Huh? You think this training day, Denzel? You want to give him advice but don't want to give me advice to duck? You think it's funny? You think what happened to me was supposed to be on primetime television and everybody was chuckling? Jada was chuckling. She was chuckling. She was laughing. Jada thought it was funny. She said, look at this young acting. Look at this old man acting like Tupac. Look at this second best guy acting like Tupac. Huh? She took him back to the hotel room and got jiggy with it. Ain't no way. I'm just saying. Ain't no way I would have allowed this man to walk off. It would have been some smoke, y'all. I would have did something. I'd have flicked him behind the ear or something. I would have flicked him behind the ear or something. Ain't no way I would have allowed this man to walk off.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow.
Can I ask y'all a serious question? What's the oh wow about? Come on, man. No, seriously. Y'all stop playing in the chat. Stop playing. Salute to everybody in chat. I'm about to open this thing up because I want to hear what I know. Yes, it's all hot air. We're going to get to that. I'm just saying, listen, ain't no way in hell this man would have smacked me and I would have just stood there. I would have bit him. I'd have kicked him. I'd have spit. I'd have did something. I would have cried out loud. I'd have said, Mary had a little lamb and the lamb brung some guns. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't none of ChrisRock boys jump on there. They didn't want no issue with the man in black. They didn't want no issue. I'm telling you. First I thought it was staged because I'm like, it looked like he braced himself a little bit. It looked like he braced himself for the punch, for the smack. Some people said he got punched. He didn't get punched. He got smacked. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, this is crazy. I'm about to open up these chat lines, man, because I wanted to. I just felt like everybody in the audience, man, it was just like, I feel like they was laughing, you know, until he sat down, and it's like, to me, there was some seriousness to his face. There was some.
wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Wow, dude.
So at this particular point right here, you didn't already smack me. You didn't embarrass me, you know what I'm saying, enough where the whole audience is like, they all like, they laughing now. Everybody thinks it's a game. Everybody is chuckling or whatever case means, you know what I'm saying? Undisclosed username, thank you very much. Yes, he's going to feel that slap until August. But here's the thing, we didn't get to the money part, y'all. Hit that like button. We got something to talk about. We ain't get to the money yet, though. Hold on, but at this particular point, so he didn't already smack this man in front of everybody. His kids, his family, you know what I'm saying? The world, Craig. He smacked them in front of the smack heard around the world. So he smacks the hell out of him, goes to sit there. Look at the girl that played in Wakanda. Look at her face. Even she was shocked. Even the girl from Wakanda was shocked. She was like, Will, Will, you ain't gonna get a role in Wakanda doing that. You ain't gonna get a role in Wakanda doing that. So he smacks the shit out of him. Then he sits down and then he begins to then say some crazy stuff to him. And ChrisRock, let me tell you, I gotta salute ChrisRock for this. ChrisRock is the most patient brother in the world. Like, he is Noah's Ark patient. He is Moses splitting the Red Sea patient. He is young Pharaoh waiting to get out of jail patient. I'm just saying, he is the most patient man, because ain't no way in hell you gonna smack me and I'm just gonna stand on stage. I would have Superman dived on his ass. I would have showed him what that goddamn bow tie could do. I would have took it to him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have took it to him. Ain't no way. He said ChrisRock turned into Pookie for a minute. He damn sure did. I'm just saying, ain't no way in hell. I know 3-year-olds that would have got it in. Did you just take my toy? Did you just take my toy? You ain't gonna take my Lego and get away with it. I know old people that can't run that good will move fast as hell. If I wouldn't have let him walk away. It wasn't even the smack for me. It was the walk away. Did anybody see the walk? Let me get to the walk away part. Y'all ain't gonna play with me today. Y'all are not gonna play with me. He smacked this dude and walked away smooth as hell, as if he was coming out, as if he was on the runway. Was that a runway smack? Hold on, wait. Look at it. Hold on, look at it. Hold on. Can y'all see this dude's face? He looking down at the stairs. He didn't even look back once. He knew that ChrisRock wasn't gonna do nothing. That's what makes it so bad. And right here, this is where I thought ChrisRock was just gonna let him have it. I thought he was gonna take that cue card and paper cut the shit out of him, but he didn't do nothing. Let's look at this shit again. I want y'all to watch when he walks away. This to me was the most gangster part of the whole thing.
どうなんでしょうか。
Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Wow.
This is my problem, y'all. This is my problem. No, listen. He just walking away. Look at my cufflinks. Look, I'm the Prince of Bel-Air. I'm really the Prince of Bel-Air. This is the issue. I want everybody to hit the like button right now. I'm about to say something very phenomenal. You like tough love, what you about to say? Listen, y'all, I'm about to say something very phenomenal. It wasn't the fact he just walked away. It's the fact that ChrisRock leaned to the side and was looking at him like, damn, that was a good smack. That was one hell of a good smack. Riding dirty. What's going on? I'm about to drop this link for you guys to come up real quick, because I want to hear what you guys got to say. But I'm telling you, right, I've never seen, like, he did some Malcolm X turn the other cheek type shit. I would have been on some Malcolm X by any means necessary. Lady Snoop, I'm getting into your territory today, because ain't no way in hell it wouldn't have been violence if he would have smacked me. I would have jumped on Will Smith back, going down them damn stairs and hoping that I land on his face. For real. I'm be honest with you. I mean, look at how he's admiring Will Smith as he walks off. I want y'all to think about this, y'all. Look at how he gets smacked, braces himself, and I'm thinking he about to punch the shit. He's about to send Will Smith to Ragnarok. He's about to send Will Smith to the upper room. He looks at Will Smith and says, "Wow, wow." Like you know how you go to you go to the ice cream shop and they say, "Oh, that's a new flavor. Can I taste it?" And you put it in your mouth, you're like, "Oh, wow." He smacked him as if he was tasting some new ice cream. Did he formalize a new crystal ice cream in his mouth? I'm just saying, wow. Ain't nowhere. It would have been a pow, a boom, a bam. Y'all remember back in the old days where they had them cartoons like boom, bam on Batman? It would have been a boom and a bam. It wouldn't have been a wow. It would have been a pow. It would have been an ow. You're out your damn mind. Come on, let's look at this shit again.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. Jane のジョークだったんです。
fucking mouth.
Chris Rock, Earth to Chris Rock. Chris Rock is from New York, y'all. I'm feeling embarrassed right now. I'm feeling embarrassed. Chris Rock is from Brooklyn, y'all. Everybody hates Chris for some reason. Everybody hates Chris, and all they want to do is all they want to do is laugh at Chris Rock, y'all. Listen, I don't know if I would have kept explaining. After he smacked the hell out of me and walked away so casually and cool, he didn't even run away. He strolled away. He was in the park looking at squirrels and shit, looking at acorns fall from the tree. He didn't even run away. He didn't look back one time. You talking about somebody moving with no fear. Like he was listen, when Tazo, what's up, man? Salute. You know how you say in the eye of the storm? Will Smith was in the eye of the storm. He just smacked this man and walked away smooth as hell. Let me tell you something, y'all. I don't know no man that patient. Listen, I know people for credit. I know people to buy houses. I know people that travel a lot, but I don't know nobody that patient. I'm telling you right now, I don't care if a man had no hands, he would have smacked Will Smith back. He would have smacked him with something, with his ear, something, with a booger, something. Ain't no way in hell. Listen, Will Smith, ain't no way in hell you would have walked off on no regular guy. I don't know if he's still playing a role or what, but when I want y'all to see how he walked off. To me, that was some Training Day Part 2 type shit. He walked off like, I know you bet not. You bet not today on the Sabbath day. Today, the Lord rested and you're going to be resting too if you jump on my back. I'm just saying, what type of Men in Black gangster shit is that? Let's look at this. Let's look at this shit one more time.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Fellas, I'm gonna say something to y'all that's gonna resonate with you. Ladies, don't get concerned. I'm gonna do this for y'all. Fellas, you ever watched a woman walk past you and she walked past you and it looked like she moving in slow motion? Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. You ever watched a woman walk past you and she was just so phenomenal? She was so amazing. That's how I'm about to piss somebody off. Y'all ever watch a woman or a man that you were attracted to walk past you and it's almost like they moving in slow motion? Look at Chris Rock as he looks at Will Smith walk away, as if he was admiring him getting smacked. I can't breathe. Hold on, wait. He was admiring this man walk away, and I'm telling you, whereas it was only like 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, I bet you that smack, that walk away lasted forever. We're going to watch this one more time. I'm going to let it play. Okay, then we'll move on to the apology. I'm going to let some people up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm just saying I've never seen nobody do this before. Like in real life. Like I've never seen nobody admire somebody who just smacked the hell out of him. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. ジェーンのジョークだったんです。
fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? I could, oh, okay.
Oh my God, what? Bruh, he said I'm going to. Listen, let me tell you right now what's going on in Chris Rock's mind right now. If you are tuning in and you're a content creator and if you did not say anything about this story, I'm about to give y'all some content right now. Listen, Chris Rock right now is looking for help. He is trying to figure out, is he playing in a movie right now? He thinking he being pranked. He looking for Ashton Kutcher. He's like, is this a game? Is this, I mean, am I getting paid extra for this? Man, I would sue the Oscars for not providing me protection from Mr. Jiggy with it. This would be $1 million lawsuit easy. I'm telling you right now, for however many viewers that was viewing, I'm telling you right now, it would be $1 million lawsuit. I hear you, Lady Snoop. I hear you. This was crazy. This was crazy. I'm gonna drop this link, man, and let y'all come up and y'all can tell me what y'all think or whatever. I'm gonna let y'all come up after the apology, because to me, I thought the apology was bogus. I thought he should have been kicked out, you know what I'm saying, after he smacked this man. You can't just go back and sit and drink some wine after that. Y'all can't just be sitting and listening to the rest of the thing after that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna say that. No, I'm gonna say my shit. This is my shit. Ain't no way in hell Chris Rock was that poised to continue to host the Oscars. The Oscars would have been over. I would have canceled it. I say, hey, y'all gonna have to catch this on the replay, because it would have been over. It wouldn't have been no audience after that. Everybody got to leave. I'd have kicked everybody out. I'd have texted my homeboys. We'd have been waiting for Mr. Jiggy with it. I'm just saying, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, check it out. Yeah, he apologized. Let's get to the apology so that way we can open up the panels, because I'm dying to hear what y'all got to say about this, because this is crazy. It's crazy.
That was a greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史上最高の場面でしょうか。
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
Thank you for this moment, and thank you on behalf of Richard and Oracene, the entire Williams family. Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back.
Will Smith got candid in his Oscars acceptance speech. The star won for Best Actor at the 2022 Academy Awards. And when he took to the stage, he got very emotional, tearing up as he gave his acceptance speech. Fellow nominee Denzel Washington, who had just given Will some private advice, was seen getting emotional from the audience as Will spoke out, apologizing for an earlier altercation he was involved in at the awards show, where he appeared to smack presenter Chris Rock on live TV.
Thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Well, in this case, Will Smith was the devil. Hold on. In this case, Will Smith was the devil. I'm just saying. How many people agree with that? I'm just saying, listen, the first person you should apologize to, I'm going to be honest with you, was Chris Rock. I'm going to be real with y'all. The first person you should apologize to was Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, even though I'm laughing or whatever case may be, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This situation was totally out of control. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Chris Rock is going to say something crude, wild, and witty. He's a comedian through and through, an actor, you know what I'm saying, a producer, should he been more mindful of the situation? But this is why I say what I say sometimes online, you guys. You never know what somebody is going through. You don't know if this woman, before she came to the show, had a breakdown. You know, you don't know if she had a breakdown. You don't know if she was crying her eyes out. You don't know if she wanted to go. You know, Will was like, hey, I'm getting an award. Please just come support me, Jada, yada, yada, yada. And she said, wait, they all going to be seeing me, X, Y, and Z. Of course, it's a older picture, of course, because now she has no hair or whatever. But Jada has always been, you know, a favorite actor of mine. You know, I seen her in, what was it, Boys in the Hood or Men's Society? I think it was Men's Society. I seen her in Jason's Lyric. That was, hey, that's when I knew that getting spontaneously freaky was appropriate in any type of store. Any type of store you could get it. You know what I'm saying? So I seen her I think it was Tales from the Crypt. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen her and I've kind of, you know, grown up with her. So I've become accustomed to Jada or whatever, smile, her wittiness, you know, but you don't know what she was feeling, you know, going in there. You don't know what her kids was feeling. You know, you don't know how her kids was feeling. So, you know, this probably was a family discussion around the red table. And it's like, hey, we're going to do this, you know, to support our dad, to support my husband, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then to have a man then go and, you know what I'm saying, make jokes. But again, he doesn't know what's going on in the household. You know, he just sees a woman in the audience that he's probably then chopped it up with, had a couple jokes or whatever case may be, you know, from time to time. And, you know, he decided to make a joke. But the thing about it, sometimes your jokes go too far. Sometimes messing with people goes too far. And then when it goes too far, now you're looking stupid. Now you're looking crazy. So this is one of those situations, man, you got to be mindful, you know, because everybody's not joking around and you never know who's going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed and be ready to take it there. ChrisRock was not ready to receive that smoke. He was not in reception mode. You understand what I'm saying? He was probably just as shocked as a lot of us who was watching the Oscars or the replay, you know, and even though we laugh, you know, it's one of those situations. This is embarrassing for Black people. I'm going to be honest with you, especially Black men. You know, they already think we're overly emotional. They, you know, sporadic, you know what I'm saying, aggressive, you know, and no matter what place or what time, we're willing to set it off at a level of savagery that we can't return from. This is $1 million mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what you think and what you say. This is $1 million mistake. And I can't even call it a mistake. I can't even call it a mistake. This is a meme, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be saw everywhere. Do you understand? This smack is going to be heard around the world. And every time ChrisRock now opens his mouth, the joke is going to be, ChrisRock, is your face okay? Have you turned the other cheek? I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would love to hear ChrisRock speak. I think I Googled it, but I didn't see him actually make a comment after this. But I'm going to be honest with you. To me, oh, this is a lawsuit. This is a lawsuit. Somebody going to break off some money. You know, you ever heard of laugh now, cry later? Shit. You ever heard of laugh now, cry later? Look, Will, I get it, man. You good at crying, but I'm telling you right now, this, you better hope it's a minimum of $100. You thought that Tasha K thing was something. You about to be breaking him off some cheddar, because ain't no way in hell. Listen, bro, this man stood up there and still hosted the Oscars after being smacked in the face. Bro, salute to you, because ain't no way in hell I would have turned that in that velvet blue, purple, whatever that is. I would have put all of that, I would have wrapped that shit around your throat and start praying. 1 potato, 2 potato, Jesus take him home. 1 potato, 2 potato, Jesus take him home. For real. It would have been no more Men in Black movies. It would have been no more Men in Black movies. That would have been the last time you went to Bel Air. I'm telling you right now. It would have been the last time you visited getting jiggy. Ain't no way in hell. Shit. Now, what about ChrisRock's wife? She should have ran up on, you know what? I'm about to really say some shit to piss some people off. If I was related to ChrisRock and I seen Will Smith walking away, shit, I'd have met him at the end of the stairs, brother. It would have been, I would have kicked him down them damn stairs like Leonidas kicked the dude in 300. This is the Oscars. Fuck. You don't kick that man, you don't smack that man in the face like that. All right, let me get through with this apology so I can get you guys up here. This is going to be interesting, y'all, to see what y'all think.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
The speech came after Will Smith didn't take kindly to a joke presenter ChrisRock made about Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith was not amused and then took to the stage and appeared to smack the comedian, in a moment that left the audience and fans online shocked.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith.
Access Hollywood has reached out to ChrisRock and Will Smith's reps for comment.
All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this conversation, y'all. This is very interesting. Let me pull some people up here real quick. The link is in the comment section. Feel free to hit the link if you want to join. You want to give your you know you want to give some comments on this situation. I see you, Andrea. I see you. I'm about to pull y'all in right now. The link is in the chat. If you want to let me know. Somebody said that he's divorced. I appreciate that. No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you gotta go, I understand what day it is. Let me pull you guys in here real quick. Get you guys in here real quick. Refuse or lose, Andrea. What's going on? Riding there.
Yes. I got some stuff to say. This is why you can't take black folks everywhere. Okay, this is why I be. Can't this we in nice suits and we fighting? We in the hood now? This is the shit I be talking about. This is the same thing I be talking about. Okay, my thing is this: yes, ChrisRock went too far, but why not have a conversation after the show? Man, I don't appreciate that. I don't like what you said about my wife. My wife is important to me, and at the end of the day, I get women. It's a real condition, okay? So it's nothing to be laughed about. I got friends who suffer from that. I suffer from that, okay? So it's a real condition, and maybe she could have been crying before that award show. She didn't want to go, but she gonna support her husband. But for him to go up on stage, and I thought first when I looked at it a couple of times, I had to watch it like 5-6 times because I thought it was stage.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Keep it 100. If that was Andrea Lynch, I'm be fighting. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fighting.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey,
the
TV, man, what's up?
The 22 me be fighting, but the 47 me is saying, wait a minute.
Yes.
I got too much to lose. I got too much to lose. Be fighting.
What's up, Tazo, man?
What's going on, man? I got two ways I feel about it, man. I understand a man standing up for his woman, and correcting, somebody for disrespecting his woman, which I don't believe was really disrespect because it was a light joke. He was trying to be funny, he's a comedian, but I just feel like Will shouldn't have acted that way, man. Funny, like that's gonna be on his reputation for the rest of his life. People gonna always remember this smack. I feel like Will came too far. People look at him in such a different way. That's not, to me. I don't see that being his character, and it's just like I said, it is entertainment. I know we laugh, we looking at it, yeah, it's cool, but it's like to smack another man like ChrisRock on camera like that in front of the world for something that he really didn't have no ill intent for. When you look at it from like okay, it's Monday morning standpoint, the night over with, we all done sobered up and they got over the joke. I feel like Will he regret it.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, man, because I've been watching yourself, and I've been watching Gravity and a couple other people, kind of younger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42 years old. So I've been watching a lot of times that you say, you know, a lot of guys are not examples, and I think this predicates on exactly what you're talking about, not being an example. Because this right here, because this went, of course, this is going viral. It's already viral. Now someone else is going to emulate this right here, just so that way they can get this recognition. They're going to want to violate somebody else. And I think that a lot of times when I hear, especially younger men like yourself, say, you know, where are the examples out here for us to follow? And if you guys can't lead, then we're going to lead. You know, we're going to do what it is that we need to do. But when we start leading, don't then turn around and say we're doing it wrong because you wasn't an example in the first place. So what does this say to you as a younger man, seeing these guys act like this?
See, like I look at that situation, like I almost want to picture it being like at a family barbecue or a family cookout, and somebody was to say something to one of my uncle's wives, or one uncle was to say something to another uncle's wife, didn't mean no ill intent. I wouldn't want my uncle to get up and just take off on another family member. You know what I'm saying? I would have rather seen Will yell from the crowd, "Hey, keep Jada's name out your mouth." You know, and from there, I think Chris would have gave him that respect. I apologize, my brother. And that's the way I wanted to see two black brothers handle themselves in front of the world, really, not just us, in front of the world. You know, show the youngins like, yo, some can be said that rub one of us the wrong way, or even my wife the wrong way. But instead of going right to the violence, we're gonna talk it out and have a discussion, even if it's in front of the world. Hey, hey, ChrisRock. Hey, listen, brother. Hey, keep my wife's name out your mouth. All right. And ChrisRock would have respected that. And then from there, it would have went on. And they probably could have talked behind the scenes. Hey, brother, man, I mean nothing by it. Hey, I understand, but, you know, this is my wife. I got to let things be known, you know, and X, Y, Z. Instead, it's a viral picture going around, you smacking this dude. The clip is going around and you smacking this dude. It overshadowed your own moment of you winning that Oscar. It overshadowed all of that. And anybody else's moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when we break it down, it's nigga shit. Yeah, it's funny, he ha ha. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's nigga shit. Will Smith come way too far to have a moment like this overshadow his biggest moment of winning Best Actor. I mean, like I say, we all can look at it and laugh and like, yeah, man, I would have did it too. It was my wife, but that's nigga shit, man.
I hear you. Let me do something real quick. Let me pull Riding Dirty in here. I know Riding Dirty, I think we about the same age. Riding Dirty, what do you think? I want to get your perspective on this.
All right, man. I hope I don't take too much time. But how y'all doing?
What's up, Riding Dirty?
What's going on?
All right, so I'm gonna say a lot, and I hope I don't take too long. But anyway, man, I'm with Will Smith 100% on this one. All right, because to me, it's not Will Smith and ChrisRock. It is two men, and one man went out of his way to insult another man's wife, and that man went up there and made sure he didn't do it again. Now, and if you take this little snippet in the context, right? When he got to Denzel, he made an uplifting joke, you know, about Training Day. When he got to that next married couple, he made a joke that, you know, it was a ha-ha, but it didn't degrade anybody. Then when he got to Will Smith, he didn't even make a joke about Will Smith. He made a joke about the man's wife.
Hey, respectfully, brother, what's the brother speaking so I can address you by your name?
Riding Dirty. Riding
Dirty. Will Smith actually laughed at that joke.
Yeah, he was laughing at first. He was laughing at first, but I think
he was laughing.
He looked at his wife and he
saw
said,
her reaction.
Yeah, I think
I still don't see the problem with that.
Salute to
I
the
don't
chat.
see the. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah. Riding Dirty. Here's the thing. You guys can talk freely. I just wanted to get the man's point of view because I'm kind of in this set the example type mode right now, so I want to do things a little bit differently. But ladies, feel free to chime in too. But I'm gonna start with Riding Dirty, but everybody else can chime in.
All right. And like for me, it's kind of bigger than that or deeper because, you know, like a lot of people teach their kids, you know, don't hit back. Somebody insults you, never use violence. But are we telling our kids, if you open your big fat mouth, if you go out of your way to open your mouth, expect violence? I know I tell my kids that all the time. If you insult somebody, you diss somebody, you snap on somebody, expect to get hit in your mouth.
That's true.
Don't expect nobody to come save you, you know, and like all of this stuff that Jada has put out about their business, the Red Table, the August Alsina, the Tupacs, and all of this stuff at one time has Will Smith been on the TV or on the camera crying about somebody to help me
I
with my.
think he had a lot built up. I think he had a lot
But
built
I'm
up.
just saying though,
Yeah.
but has Will Smith asked for our help in any fashion? Has he complained to us?
No.
No.
Not that I know
And, see,
of. No.
and that's what real men, it's not gonna say real men, but to me, that's man stuff. You don't complain about it. You know what? I got this woman, she out here making me look crazy or whatever, but according to my beliefs and my values, I'm not leaving this woman. I'm gonna continue to make the best out of a bad situation. Everybody talking about Jada, people making jokes about this situation. Hey, nobody did that in front of Will Smith. And Chris
Hey,
Rock was the first person to do that to his face. And he's
hey,
like, you know what? Enough is enough.
you don't think it should have waited until they got maybe after the show or during break?
Facts.
Facts.
Hold on, Tazo. Hold on, Tazo. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't take it there. Now, listen. I understand what Riding Dirty is saying, and I totally agree with it. Hey, you know, man gonna do what a man got to do. But this is the thing. Now you taking money out of your pocket, even though you got a lot of money. It's to me, it's like, how do you handle this? Because you got to think about this. Hold on. What do you think his son thought about it? How many people agree that his son would have said, "Yeah, Dad, that's the right thing to do," or what example he's setting for his son?
Chris Rock got a family too. Like they
I
both.
got it. But Chris Rock wasn't. I mean, here's the thing. Riding Dirty was like, "Hey, you need to watch your mouth because there's consequences." I think we all get that, and we saw the consequences live on air. The issue is that now, what do you tell your son? Do you tell your son it's okay to smack people because you're living in the moment? Because you're overly emotional? Somebody chime in. Come on, talk to me.
I would tell my son, hey, maybe it ain't right to smack people, but don't let disrespect go unchecked. Maybe I went too far when I smacked
It didn't have to go unchecked. It could have got checked.
But right. That's what I'm saying. You check them in that moment. You don't wait until the moment has passed. No, you check them in that moment because who knows, you might not get a chance to check them because just the way the world works.
But let me give you an example of somebody that got checked in a moment and they no longer with us. Tupac. Tupac felt disrespected. He put his hands on a guy that he thought he could just put his hands on he might get away with it, and that led to Tupac's demise.
Man, but those two situations are completely different. You talking about Tupac riding around with Bloods and Crips trying to be a gangster, putting his hands on another one.
I'm talking about in that moment that happened at that fight in Vegas. Tupac put his hands on somebody because he felt disrespected, or something had happened where he felt disrespected in that moment, and he put his hands on somebody due to being disrespected. And he didn't. That guy wasn't a Chris Rock. That guy was a baby Lane, and came back and shot and killed Tupac. How we know? Okay, Chris Rock. We see Chris Rock, the actor, whatnot. How we know Chris Rock got somebody with him at the show that ain't gonna do the same to Will Smith? Because then let's just say we wake up and Will Smith got killed for doing what he did to Chris Rock, right? Then what would have been the narrative?
But I don't live in, let's just say, in what would have been a narrative. You know, I live in man disrespected a man's wife and he got slapped for it. It's as simple as that. It don't matter who it is. You know, like to me, it's like people are like trying to give Chris Rock a pass when he could have made a different joke. Yeah, Will Smith shouldn't have slapped him.
He's a comedian. Comedians always make jokes that poke at people.
I don't think that
was. Consider that moment. Consider that moment.
I think it was insensitive. But I don't think that it was intentional. Like, I don't think it was intentionally with malice. But I do think that whatever. Here's the thing: if you realize that you're coming to a place where Chris Rock is going to be, or a comedian is, salute. If you realize that you're going to be somewhere where you front and center, of course you're going to be the target of some jokes. So you got, you got. I mean, I'm not making a pass.
You got a bald head. I mean, women walk around with a bald head. You asking for a joke. You know,
why did she have a
bald head?
Why does she have a bald head?
Well, she likes short hair anyway. Even before the illness, Jada likes short hair, but it still doesn't justify anybody going to at this time. You know, we don't know. Maybe she want to grow to a certain. We don't know, but it doesn't justify.
She has a what is alopecia?
Alopecia.
She's always like short hair. You could hardly ever find Jada
Yeah,
with
she
long
always. Yeah,
hair.
you right.
And
You
maybe
right.
it was
Can't.
You right.
because of the
And so I
alopecia.
don't think he meant it like that. But
I don't think he
I'm
did.
gonna speak like let's speak from 20. Me, I'm 50 now, so I'm gonna speak at 20 from my husband. If Chris Rock had done that, he'd have been spent around like a spinning top, and me and the wife would have been fighting. That's just what kind of move it would have been. But coming from now at 50, I felt he could have waited. I felt that he should have not been more understanding considering her illness. But to know that the man is a comedian, Will himself has been known to crack jokes. But I really deeply feel that Will has so much bottled in, and he's never physically, as the gentleman
That's his
said, got
own
to
fault,
face
though.
anybody face to face to defend her, and so he took that opportunity. That's how I feel.
Okay, so let me do this real. Let me hold on 1 second, Tazo. Let me do this real quick because I don't think she had a chance to talk yet. So I'm gonna put you front and center and let you. What do you think about this situation? If you see you pop up there, then y'all can talk.
I definitely look at it like a teaching moment of what not to do. You know, like you can make a teaching moment out of a good example or a bad example. So I appreciate you, Tough Love, because I feel like out of all the YouTubers, you did the right thing by you really set an example by saying, you know what, it's time to have that talk, you know, give the lecture, because what Will did was not okay. Jada did not tell him to go up and slap anybody for her, you know. It's not okay. It's not the way that you behave. He has every right to be upset with Chris Rock. You know, he can express his anger like he did afterwards, you know, but he has no right to put his hands on Chris Rock.
Somebody.
Right.
And I have to commend Chris Rock, because Chris Rock had every right to defend himself. But I'll say he doesn't have a right to use more force than Will. If he defended himself, we have to also let the young people know that if you defend yourself, but you use more force, you're at risk of now being the perpetrator and the aggressor and going to jail. So a lot of people think that, Chris Rock should have defended himself and hit him back. He might have more anger issues than Will. And he might have knocked that out of him, and he would have been in jail. He wouldn't get no check. How do I know? Because I've been charged with 4 felonies. I defended myself against my abuser. Yeah, he put hands on me, manhandled me hit me more than twice, slapped me all around. When I hit him back, I used more force, and I couldn't stop hitting him because I lost it. So I don't go around telling people that violence is not the way and you cannot defend yourself. I don't go around saying that. All I'm saying is violence is not the way. You have a right to be upset. You do not have a right to put hands on anybody. Yes, you may defend yourself. There are ways to defend yourself. Find out the correct ways, appropriate ways to defend yourself. Pepper spray. You know, he could have peppered. There's different ways to defend yourself and keep it as self-defense. Teach your people that. Also, I teach, if you're not going to do that, fight back on paper. Chris Rock needs to go back and hopefully they'll be able to settle outside of court. You know what I'm saying? But if they're not able to settle outside of court, that would be the correct way. Right now, I'm looking at how Chris Rock is going to respond, because he can teach people. He is teaching people how to do it the right way. Or they might have a conversation in the end and say, hey, Chris Rock, I understand. I overstep.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. I totally, I'm with everything you're saying, but I got to say this because I got 2 gentlemen here, and I'm sure they can chime in after I finish talking. But here's the thing, right? He might ain't do nothing because he was scared. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You think he was scared?
Let me keep it 100 with y'all. Listen, I have never seen a guy that was that.
I don't think he was scared. I think he was in shock. Yeah, I think he was in shock.
Even after he went to
I think we all was in shock.
Well, I want to hear this.
Yes, he was in shock.
Remember too.
He wasn't planning to get hit that night.
What if you guys are all right? What if he was shocked and
This
scared.
is the Oscars. He's
Right.
in front of he's
What
in
if he
front
was
of
both?
big heavy hitters.
But I thought
Like, I
when
don't
Will
see-
started yelling,
どうなんでしょうか。
Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Keep his wife's name out your fucking mouth.
that's what I
Wow,
thought.
dude.
Bro, listen.
I thought he
That
was
look,
going for him
And that's
after
why I
that.
thought that was real when he said that.
Yeah.
hold on. That don't look like. Listen, I think it's fear. He might have been shocked when he said, "Wow."
Yeah.
But when he walked
And then he
away,
started talking greasy too.
Yeah,
When
he
he
talked.
started
Yeah,
cussing
yeah.
him out,
Listen.
I thought Chris was gonna dive on him. It was
Oh, I
over.
would have definitely go. I would have Wakanda dived on his ass. Yeah, but here's the thing: the fact that he's gonna walk away, the whole
Y'all are
shot
so
was to the
silly.
wall.
And he
I
walked
couldn't-
away like he was in a runway or something.
I
He
was-
didn't turn
listen,
around and look back or nothing.
Y'all
He
don't-
wasn't scared.
Ooh.
He didn't
Look
think
how
the
long
man
it
was
took
gonna
him.
come after him or nothing. So
But why
that's
did
why
he
I
leave his
really don't
hands behind
believe
his
it.
back? This is my thing. Why did he leave his hands behind his back? I want y'all to
That's
see
a
this.
great question.
To show no
Watch this.
threat.
あら、どうなんでしょう。
After that, bro, it's on.
I think that he thought Will was gonna come whisper in his ear maybe and say something. Maybe
You know what?
just,
I'm gonna tell you something. That would have been my thing. Was I don't know if he was holding the microphone or if he was mic'd up, but I would have just said, listen. I would have told him, listen, don't joke on my wife. Leave my wife out. You know what I'm saying? I would have just told him right there in public. But I don't know if I would have hit him.
Right.
But the walk away.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, what's going on?
It's Miss Coco BX. I want to salute Tough Love, salute the chat, and salute to the panel. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. Y'all, this is the thing, right? I'm not gonna lie. I really thought it was a skit at first, right? You know, because with Will being a comedian and an actor, and with Chris being a comedian and an actor, I was like, oh, okay, wow, look at this skit. But when I looked at Chris's face, the utter shock and disbelief on his face, I was like, oh my God, like this is real. And then the way Will walked off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was shaking the dirt off his shoulder and he just walked off the stage. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Reason being is because this is the Oscars, right? So this is one of the quote unquote supreme award shows. So you don't expect to see things like that on this type of show. Now, if it was the hip hop awards, BET awards, you know, damn, anything goes. But not at the Oscars. Everyone was left in complete, utter shock and dismay. No one understood in that moment what the hell was going on, right? And when he got up there and made the apology, the thing that I did not like is he definitely did not even address ChrisRock. I understand you standing up for your wife and stuff. Of course I want a man to stand up for me. There's a time and a place though.
2,000 years later.
My thought process is
I'm about to piss somebody off.
My bad, sis.
You're all right. But the way that Will did it was kind of out of pocket because, you know, they already look at us like we ghetto fabulous. You understand what I'm saying? So Will took it all the way to the hood. He was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And I was like, oh my God, Will, not right now, not right now. That's what I'm saying in my head the whole time he's saying that, right? And I'm like, no, he should have waited till after the show, pulled him to the side, you know, and still said what he had to say and take up for your wife. Right. But that just was not the time because they're already looking at us like we crazy. They already really, really, really don't want us there. You know what I'm saying? So then you make a move like this and it overshadowed your moment. You're going to be remembered more for what you did instead of getting your award, you know? So that was just my take on it.
I gotta put. Hold on, wait.
Uncle
I gotta
Phil
push
definitely
back on my
can't
sister,
get him
man.
out of this one.
I gotta
Uncle
push back
Phil
on my
can't help
sister because she's sounding like a female Tazo right now. I can't be having that. That's my blood. I can't be having that.
I don't know who Tazo is.
No, but check this out. Listen, I don't feel like it. I feel like it might have overshadowed. But you got to think about it. He already did the movie. You know what I'm saying? He just this is after the fact. So this is moving forward. Moving forward, now people who thought Mr. Will Smith couldn't get jiggy with the hands, now people say he's getting jiggy with the hands.
You right though, you right, because they look at Will as this Hollywood guy, forgetting that he really from Philly. Like, you know, they forget he got another side.
The whole thing about him and Jada
Pinkett. All y'all forgetting about something. This is a high award. That's why they say you can't take black folks nowhere. They always get ghetto. Exactly. That bullshit this morning, Tough Love.
Yeah, I hear you, but see, here's the thing.
I'm not happy with this.
A lot of people compared Will Smith to Tupac, right? That he wasn't gangster as Tupac. Now, Tupac done did some things, but you got to look at the situation now and say, well, damn, maybe Will did have it in him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't agree. I don't agree with the smack.
The timing was just off. Period.
The timing was off.
After the show, you should have saw him man to man.
And he could have had
Absolutely.
it after the show. He could have had the conversation after the show. This went on. We in our suits. We in our dress best on Sunday's best. Come on now, y'all.
He could have even went up there and whispered in his ear because he had already got that close. He didn't have to hit him.
Yes.
I think he knew he was soft though. I don't think he would have did that to 50 Cent.
No.
Oh hell no, he would have did that to 50.
I don't think he would have did that to 50.
No.
You know, I just don't think. I think he knew that Chris Rock was soft, and that's why I said I thought Chris Rock was scared when he watched him walk away.
If we know the history, Chris Brown, he did have an episode before, so maybe he just didn't want to do that.
I think Chris Rock was keeping his composure because he's thinking about the white dollars that he could get. He won't try to jeopardize his white dollars. The hell with that. He know he can sue. You know what I'm saying?
He's been in trouble before. He's been in trouble before on one of the awards. So
get my sister the hell out. See, anybody could get it on this panel, y'all. My sister's talking about. I think he was scared, sis. Have you ever seen a dude hit me and I not hit him back?
No, I ain't never seen that. I've never seen that. You always hit him back. So you always hit him back. You did.
I think he was scared. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it was maintain composure because I'm gonna get money from this. I don't think he was thinking about money. I think he was saying, if I touch him, I'm gonna get my ass whooped instead of just smack.
Well, he took that smack and now he might take some wrecks. So hey, shit.
Yeah, so to me, Chris Rock will just go ahead and do what the white folks do. Put some papers on your ass. That.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
I ain't gonna fight with my hands. I'm gonna fight.
But ladies, let me ask y'all this: Would you, ladies, and let's keep it real, because I would have been like, Will, what are you doing?
Yes,
she knew he was.
Yeah, because it wasn't the right place, you know. So I wouldn't have wanted him to do it there, you know.
I don't think she knew. Hold on, I don't think she knew.
Well, when he came back, she didn't say much.
I think he was going to do something spontaneous, which was getting on stage, but I don't think she knew he was going to assault him.
Yeah, I don't think she knew that either, because see, they both laughed it off at first.
She didn't say much. She didn't say much when he came back. She looked
Let
like.
me get Riding Dirty up in here. Riding Dirty, man, what you think, man? Riding Dirty eating the sandwich.
I would have said something.
Maybe she was embarrassed for her husband, knowing that the money he could lose, look embarrassing in a family, just fighting on stage, acting ghetto and niggerish.
I think you got a point, though. You got a point.
Long time. They've been acting ghetto
around here. Shit.
They've been acting out for a long time.
I think she was excited. Let me tell you something. I never met a woman upset about her man defending her. I think there is something about going overboard. I think that what he did was overboard. But again, I don't know what his emotional state was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the conversation was leading up to the Oscars. So again, with him making fun of her, it wasn't just a regular ha ha ha. It was you're embarrassing us in front of the world. So I need to defend, her honor. I need to defend my family's honor. So that's what he chose to do. I don't agree with him doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think at first when they laughed it off, it was a ha-ha moment, right? But when he looked over at his wife and saw that it really was affecting her, I think that's what triggered him to do what he did.
Right.
Okay, but then maybe she should not go into more awards to show with him as his ass then. How about that? She just eat her ass. This might cost not millions of dollars. If this was my husband, oh no, we got money. Oh no, we ain't fighting.
Maybe it's bigger than the money.
What'd you say?
I said maybe it's bigger than the money. Maybe it's just the principle. Maybe it's the principle that at any time you go out of your way to insult somebody, you can get smacked in the mouth. I think everybody is worried about focusing on what Will Smith should have and shouldn't have done, instead of just saying, in that moment, Chris Rock chose a distasteful joke.
Right.
He chose that.
Yeah,
he chose that joke. Just the same way Will Smith chose to go up there and smack him. He chose that joke. And he could have
said
told
that.
you
I
two
said that was wrong.
wrongs.
You said that though.
Chris Rock.
It's not about a matter of two wrongs make a right. Only thing I'm saying is, if you go out of your way to be wrong, expect wrong to happen to you. That's all I'm saying.
Law of reciprocity.
Right.
That's true, because every action has a reaction. You're right.
Just like that slap.
I dropped the link. Anybody want to join the conversation? Feel free
Anyway,
to.
I just feel like the timing was off. I of course he's gonna defend his wife. I feel like the timing is off. And again, I just feel like Will had a lot bottled up inside that he had not publicly defended. And ChrisRock just got it.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Good
Hello,
morning,
welcome,
afternoon.
Hi.
Good morning.
It's Antonia.
Hey,
Okay, so I feel different. I feel different from probably the majority of you. You know that. If this is real, I'm gonna start off by saying that if the whole thing was real, this is how I believe. I can't tell a grown man when it is to defend his family when he reaches that point in his life. He's like 55, where he says enough. We all know once we get to this age, around mid 40s, 50, start seeing what's more important in life for fam, and it's married. You know, I don't think he's not worried about the August Alsina thing. People live private lives that they do this kind of thing, especially in Hollywood. It's an agreement and it's an arrangement. If people outside find out, they're gonna talk about it because they're famous. There's a lot of people around doing the same thing they do every day, and I know y'all people like you know, I'm going to the hairdresser. Yeah, okay. They have side dudes. We're side dudes. Men have side chicks. It's not new. They're just famous. And I don't think anybody's really listening to Will. See, I'm a listener. He said in his speech, he's kind of saying, I have another purpose now. He found his purpose and he's tired of it. I mean, they've been picking on his family for years, all in their business. And all he did was smile, laugh. And like he said, sometimes he don't feel like doing that. I know people like this and this kind of thing. So therefore, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know how him and Jada fought. She's only like 4 something. He's 6'2". You don't know what went on behind closed doors for years. We don't know this, but they stuck together. And to be honest, I think of him as a role model. I do. I don't know the people personally, but I do. And I'm not saying to tell everybody go slap somebody. No. But you could see that it was it was just different. It's not the same if it wasn't acting, because it could be acting. I don't know. I'm on the fence. But you could see that there was a moment there and he felt that movie and being his age, his wife having alopecia and being bald. Yeah, she wore her hair short, BTS, but not bald. It's different. It's choose to be bald. Some women like Amber Rose. And there's another actress that he could have said something about that's in movies now. She shaves her head bald sometimes. She wears her hair long, but she doesn't have alopecia. None of them do. And you don't know what they go. Kids are in their 20s now. I know because I have kids in my 20s.
My
the
mother
kids are,
has
you
it,
know,
so
they're.
I do know what they go through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have alopecia, but I have kids that if you go through something when they're at this age, they want to defend you, especially a boy child. They want to defend. Yes. So when they see the father, you know, at that point, Will probably didn't feel like it. He was thinking about Hollywood. Now he said last night, he doesn't care. And they've been not caring for a long time. And that's just how it gets when you get, look at Denzel. Denzel is over there looking like he's just in bed. Like, oh yeah, we here again. You know, like Goodwill, do it, you know. But it's like the whole motion of them is just, they're done. And they're only going to do things that they choose to do, that projects that mean something. So when the rest of the world is just picking on them and doing that, they have different directions in their lives. We just don't know. We're not in their bedroom. We're not in their, and we're not in his head. So we can't, this is how I look at it. It's just my opinion. You know, we can't judge that man. He's been good all his life. Everybody been calling the man a sucker, this and that. Now when he stand up and now we're down in him. No, it doesn't. We can't have it both ways. Pick one. Should he be a sucker, or should he finally be the man he is?
Let's
if
take
it had
this
been a
deeper.
regular person, that would have not played out like that.
Let's
They'd been
take this
carried
deeper.
out handcuffs or
They would
whatever.
have been in jail. They would have been in jail.
Yes, they would.
So should we? Let me go around the horn real quick. How many people agree with Will Smith's actions? Yes, you
I
agree.
do.
No, you don't. Okay, that's one.
I agree.
If you talk about defending his wife in general, then yes, I agree.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait. His actions. Not because.
No, I don't agree with his actions per se. No.
Wife.
Wait, say that one more time. Tough love.
Okay. I listen. I want to know if you agree with his actions, not what caused his actions, but his actions.
Yes.
Okay.
But then we can't do that.
Okay.
I would still say yes.
Okay, got you. Got 2 yeses.
I don't agree with his physical actions. Now, if he would have just cursed ChrisRock out and then talk to him later after the show, yes.
Okay.
No, I don't agree with his action.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, right? This is how we're all split up. Some people agree, some people disagree.
I neither agree nor disagree.
Goddamn, I'm about to get you the hell up out of here.
You know I gotta do it.
Where does he go? And what I want to do is I want to take it deeper than just surface level, because here's the thing. That's the big thing. What do your morals and values tell you? Some people say, hey, he's just standing up for his wife. Some people say, hey, this is what men do. Some people say, hey, this is a bad look for black men in general or black people. So let's take it a little bit deeper and ask ourselves, what message does this situation actually send across the board? What message do you think it sends? Anybody can go first.
It sends that black people just get up there on stage and act a damn fool, and it's gonna be okay. And then you wonder why people. Do you wonder why people are acting in the streets this way? And you wonder why people are doing this on YouTube to each other.
You brought up a good point.
And no matter how you look at it, it's still violence.
True.
End up in jail.
Ron Dirty, don't get quiet on me now, bro. I want to really take this deeper, because I think that there's a deeper message here. There's a different.
I know you asked your question, but I want to counter with another question if I can.
Okay, come on, I'm ready for you.
Now, if you ask me, Will Smith was in a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Right?
Okay.
Because the next day,
yes,
right, if he would have woke up this morning, ChrisRock would have said that, and then it would have panned to Jada's face, and it showed her face, and Will Smith didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. He just sit there, and it's Will Smith. Then everybody else would be continuing the simp narrative. Oh, he gonna let him disrespect.
I agree.
I agree.
Yes, I agree
with that.
But then when he did do something else, oh, he shouldn't have did that. Like say, me myself, I would rather feel sorry or feel remorseful for doing something the wrong way than feel sorry and remorseful for doing nothing at all.
Exactly.
Good point.
I totally agree. That's how I feel. Yeah, I agree. Because we can't tell a man how to feel. I totally agree. I'm not saying that like I said, I'm not saying slap. Now, okay, we have to look at the difference. Say if it was a 20-year-old and that was his girl that was dating maybe for 2 months, and then just slap somebody, that's a different thing. This man has been married, I think, for over 20 years. How long they've been married? But a long time. And this has been happening for years. So how can you kick him, and then say he does nothing? And then when he does something, he reacted to it. Maybe he felt ChrisRock should have respected him enough not to say something about his wife.
But
maybe that
I believe if Will had walked over and whispered in ChrisRock's ear, the audience would have took it just like he slapped him. They would have knew exactly what Will said.
I hear what you're saying, but listen, I really feel like this. I know somebody said, I mentioned he was from New York. Let me put this disclaimer out here. I'm from New York, okay? So here's the thing.
I'm from New York.
Just because you're from New York don't make you hard. You can get your ass kicked too. So anybody who thinks he's from New York,
locked up, dragged down,
he go through all types of emotions and feelings just like everybody else. I truly feel like at first, yeah, he was shocked. But secondly, I believe there was some fear. And I also do believe that Will Smith, depending on the person that was making that joke, he wouldn't have just walked up on him and smacked him. I truly believe if you replace Will Smith with 50 Cent, or you replace him with Master P or somebody, it would have been a different outcome.
Neither of those men.
But they wouldn't say that.
Tough love, can I say something to that before I forget?
Would have made a tasteless joke like that.
It's deeper than
Right.
that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't. I'm not gonna speak it on here, but it's definitely deeper than that one. And Will Smith definitely has a different level with different people, other than who Chris Rock have a level with.
Can
And
I
I know
build on
people
that
know
with you
that.
guys?
Yeah, go ahead and say something. Talk to us.
Okay. The reason why I agree with that because
Putting on
with
makeup,
50,
lady, you know we can see you, right?
yeah, I do. With I do makeup too, and I sell Avon. I'm sorry, I just had to promote. But
that was a shameless plug. That was a shameless
look,
plug.
so the reason why I agree with y'all because with somebody like Uncle Snoop or 50 Cent, it goes back to the street. This was more of some street stuff or like gangster type of mafia type of code, G code type of thing. And even with the codes, there are like boundaries. Like for one thing, you don't get out of pocket. Chris Rock was out of pocket when he had name dropped Jada. You see what I'm saying? Like in the streets, you don't talk to my wife. You don't holler at my wife.
Right.
You don't say nothing to my wife. He broke a code. So just like he broke code, he was in the G. He was an L7. He was on some.
So the Oscars is the code. It's the Oscars is street code now. That's what we doing. We are best Sunday.
No, it's a man code.
No,
It's
a man thing. It's a man thing.
There's things about manhood that you ladies will never understand.
Why should we research if you're gonna be 50 cents wouldn't have broke no code like that. He would have stayed in pocket.
It is different in Hollywood.
I think
Will has.
I'm not saying he should put his hands on the dude.
Will is in tune with.
He should have did that in the street.
Chris Rock.
And my thing is,
deeper than people could ever imagine why they let that happen.
So what if this happened to a young black man and he offended his girl, but yet it's still that person ended up dying and he spent the rest of his life in jail? Oh, we gonna say that's good too?
Oh, where are we going with this? No, that's not
Hey,
what we're
what you
saying.
do is
That's
we
not what
raise
I'm
our
saying.
children- we raise our children so they're not out here disrespecting people.
Right.
Sure,
I don't want to
disrespecting women
misinterpret.
all the
I don't want to
time.
misinterpret.
Like women, let me say this: black women always saying they want our black men to defend us, right, and protect us. Now, when the black man does, y'all are saying wrong. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is so indecisive about what they want. Pick a side. It's either you do want them to protect you, how they protect us. Well, I'm talking about black men right now because white women aren't yelling this. White women aren't saying, "Oh, I want my white man to protect me." They don't say that, and that's why I don't deal. I'm strictly against like just being one race.
I've never been in any
We're talking about
relationship
black right now.
Hold on, wait. Listen. Has anybody heard anyone that was Caucasian that said Will Smith was wrong?
Yeah, I did hear one. And he didn't say in the exact words that he's wrong. He's saying, well, he kind of did, but he was just saying he should not have done that. And he was talking about got on stage and pretty much put hands on Chris Rock. But what he should have done was just completely yell. Now, I don't know who this white guy was, but he was suited and booted and he was at the show. And he did get a little bit of camera time, but I don't know who he is. But there's a video out there where a white guy did say something. Like he should have just cussed the dude out for him sitting in his seat.
I'm saying, see, here's the thing. Mainstream, has anyone said that was Caucasian that that Will Smith was wrong for smacking Chris Rock?
Oh no, not to my knowledge. I'm sorry,
White people are not going to talk about white YouTube is tonight. We'll talk about that, things like that. The rest of white YouTube is not about who slapped Will Smith. Only the entertainment will and other YouTube stations that are for entertainment purposes and things like that. But regular, no, they're not going to be talking about this.
So let me get this straight. This is what's being pushed. The narrative is that black women feel unprotected, right? So, in protection of black women, this happened. Is that what we're in agreement to?
No,
I neither agree nor disagree.
He decided to protect his family at that point.
I don't agree.
Real quick.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, baby. When I hear the argument that, especially from a woman saying that, you know, Will Smith lost the bag, losing money to protect his woman. You know, to me, that's almost like a woman saying, that's what some women have said. It's like, Will Smith, you know, you were about to get sued for protecting Jada Smith, right? Is that what people are saying? That he's about to lose money because of this?
I've heard it.
I think I saw a couple of things like that. A couple, yes, I
Right.
did see.
And so, you know, like say, if it was, all right, just put it like this: if it was me and my wife, and I knocked the shit out of Chris Rock, and then Chris Rock sued me, and I lost a couple of millions, and my wife had a problem with that, I would be like, look, so what you're telling me is that money is more important than you, because it ain't about the money. It's about my woman, my lady, my purpose. If I'm not out here defending my purpose, then what's it all about?
I want you guys
to talk about them.
Read the comment on the screen. Can you read the comment?
Right.
Jada was not in danger. She was not threatened. He made a bad joke that Will laughed at. Will didn't snap. He made a dumb choice because Jada made a stank face. I respectfully disagree.
When she looked at her, when he looked at her, that's when it changed. When
that is.
Look. Now I'm not saying that I do think his action was wrong, but all I'm saying is, what are we teaching our young men? I got a black son. He's 23 years old. If this is my son, I'm asking. And I want him to think about this before he do something can get him in jail or kill somebody, because it does happen. This is real life too.
All right, so now
I just think that's going a bit far.
I like that you said
that's going a bit far with that.
But you said you want our sons to think about this.
It
right?
happens in real life.
Listen.
Yeah, listen.
So this is the opportunities where we sit down with our sons and say, hey, you see what just happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock, right? Go ahead and prepare your mind for these situations. That if you walking with your lady, somebody say something, what are you gonna do in return? You walk by, somebody slap on the butt. What are you gonna do in return? You know, are you gonna turn around and say something? Because if you say something, a fight might come with that. Now, are you prepared to defend yourself? Do you know how to fight? Blah blah blah. You know, we can complain about it and say all of these things could potentially happen, or we could purposefully prepare our kids for these moments. You know, when I was in the military,
thing is now everybody want to shoot. You know what I'm saying? You say one word, everybody want to shoot.
And bullets do
well, listen, we can't control everything. The only thing we can control is what we can't control. I can't control what happens once my kids leave the store. You know, but I do know one thing: when my kids go to school every morning, I drop them off and I kiss them, knowing that I may not be able to pick them up. So I put everything that I can into what I can control, because I can't control what's going on at school.
You're right. I would rather my kids leave with their ego intact and come home safe, because these days you can't even have an argument with somebody without them wanting to take it to the next level.
But I can tell you as a man, as a man, you can only bury that stuff for so long. As a man, you can only turn the cheek for so long. And trust me when I say this, because I've lived through this, where you being nice and everybody think you this nice dude, and people just keep piling shit up on you, piling stuff up on you, because they think, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing or you won't do nothing. And there's a difference between peaceful and harmless. See, harmless won't bust a grape in a food fight, but peaceful understands that, you know what, I move in peace, I don't mess with nobody, blah blah blah, but I will kill somebody to defend my peace of mind, because if I don't have that, what else do I have, and what's my purpose?
Not everybody on this panel is answering based on their life experience, institutional knowledge, and common sense and street knowledge, and that's great. That's awesome. The thing about it is there's a time and a place to react and respond. Yes, I'm going to defend my wife's honor, my family's honor, my individual honor. However, I'm not going to do it in a manner that's going to take away from what it is that that's being presented. If I felt like what you did was disrespectful, just by me coming on stage already shows, hey, I'm man enough to do it. And then me addressing you, telling you, yo, hey, stop it with the jokes. But now by me putting my hands on you, you've now escalated the situation. So there's probably going to be some people in the chat room that don't agree with what I'm saying. But the thing about it is, it's kind of like you meet force with force.
Jada was that even a good example for his own children, do y'all think?
it's a good example, like a teaching example of what not to do.
I believe that. I believe that because here's the thing: everybody don't have that type of money to get sued, so you can't afford to fly off the handle. Let's be real. You can't afford just to pop off like that. Maybe Will can afford it, Jada can afford it, but you can't afford it. So that message that's being sent to your kids is like, well, if I pop off, then cool, I get that viral recognition. It ain't, oh well, I'm defending the honor and all of this other. Okay, cool, defend the honor. Black women should be protected. Great, but if you're gonna lose your life or lose your freedom, you may want to orchestrate a different way to defend. You may want to say something because even if he would have said it from the crowd, keep my wife's name out your mother mouth.
Right.
That right there would have sent a shockwave. Like, oh, he ain't playing.
Thank you.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
And so after he smacked them, there was even no need to go back and keep going. You done did what you did. Why are you still yelling?
Yeah, I don't know any men that patient. Either you really super patient or really super scared. Because I wouldn't let him walk.
Well,
away.
I think Will was that patient. Tough love. I think Will was patient, and I'm not a man, and that's why I said, as females, we have those on the panel. We can't tell a man how to react. Now, when my son comes home today, I'm gonna talk to him about it. See how, but all that stuff starts at home. Like my son is not gonna look at that and be like, oh, I can go slap my arm now. Let me just go. No, he's gonna, because he doesn't even put his hands on females. But not gonna look at that and say, oh, you know, yeah, Will he's such an awful guy. He's gonna have probably the same thinking I'm thinking, because and say, well, he did take a lot of crap for a long time. They are cool, like he should have. That's man code. That's how my son looks at it. He doesn't even use logic. Look at it like black, white, wrong, right. I think he looks at it as, you know, wrong, right.
I don't think people saying that he's wrong for hitting. I mean, for protecting his family. You know, I just think people feel more or less that it just wasn't the time for that. Like, not in that way.
It's never the time, though. When is the time?
It's never okay. It's never okay to put hands on somebody, especially when you're upset. Like he has a right to express his anger and not suppress it. He should have just yelled. And I'm not even agreeing with him cussing out, but I'd rather you just express your anger and curse him out rather than put your hands on him. It's never a right time to say, I'm just going to put my hands on you because you said something I didn't like. No, it's not okay. There'll never be a right time for that.
I think
that's what I said. There's never a right time for it.
However,
it was his right time. It was his right time. And today maybe he may say, it's not how I should have handled it. But at that time, that man felt like that's how he should have handled it. Wrong or right, that's for him to make.
Up on the stage.
I'm talking about laws. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's right or wrong, because I don't deal with right or wrong. I deal with facts. Either it's for me or it's not for me. The law says you put hands on somebody.
You froze up.
There's consequences.
It's consequences. And this my thing.
But we all know that. But this shouldn't be a teachable moment for our kids either, though.
Yes, but if it wasn't Will Smith, and if it wasn't Will Smith and it's Joe on the street, he would be in jail today.
Yeah, he would.
Come on now, let's keep it 100. It's the only reason Will Smith is not in jail because he got money and fame. If that was me, I would be in jail today.
Well, not really. If you fought your friend, I mean, who's gonna call the cops? If you slapped your friend, open-handed friend, you guys are hanging out, he disrespects your wife, and you slapped him. I'm not saying they're best of friends, but come on, they all roam together. Their business, you know what I'm saying? We're not in their world. That world is totally different from ours, and they all know each other.
That still don't justify smacking somebody, though.
Not saying that Refuse to Lose, but what I'm saying is we can't really tell a person. It's like me, like you sitting there right now, and you decide, somebody decide to come at you, or a female came at your husband, whatever, and you feel like y'all know each other enough to know that you shouldn't even disrespect you like that. If that's your moment, and you felt like, okay, I've had it on this for a while, and you slap the shit out of her, I mean, who's gonna call the cops? The cops on you, or are you guys gonna then talk about it and say, hey, I may have been wrong for slapping you, but however, I feel like you always, why don't you talk about Jada's feeling, whether we get along or not? It's a code between men and women code. Like, don't kick people when they're down.
Agree 100%.
Stop kicking.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not codes and stuff. I just feel like it should have been handled differently. Like I said, he had the strength to even walk up there. I feel like he could have whispered in his ear and then deal with it later. You know, that's all I'm saying.
But that's not how he felt.
I understand, but I'm not saying not take the approach at all. I'm just saying for the most part, the extra stuff didn't have to happen right then and there. Not if it should have happened at all. But I just feel like it didn't have to go down like that.
And at the same time, he already walked on stage. He was already walking on stage to let him know, I'm not playing with you.
He was walking up there to slap the shit out of him. There was no stopping him. He had a mission, and after he looked at Jada's face, he had a mission, and then he went right up there. That was his time. Something went off in him.
Yeah.
To yell and do all that after you done slapped the man.
How he felt. He's always been good. I can't put him down. This is the first thing Will has done to ever. And I don't even like him that much, but as an actor, but he doesn't do anything bad ever. Now we about to demonize the man? No. We may not have handled it that way.
I'm not the man. I'm not demonizing man. I understand what I understand, but at the same time, is being understanding and saying is a place and a timing for everything. He already went on stage. He already went on stage to let him know, look, I'm not playing with you. Number one. Number two, it's a prestigious award show. Come on now. If this is real life and you get an award and people fighting
that show. That show is boring as hell. They probably got like ratings up now because of Will and Jada. Because of that happened. That's what makes me think sometimes it's staged, because they never go to the Oscars. They banned it. They boycotted the Oscars years ago.
This is my issue when you say it's probably staged, which I thought it was kind of staged too. But the thing about it is, why do it at Black people's expense?
Yes.
The Oscars is not predominantly Black. The Oscars is a prestigious award.
Well, it kind of fell in the past few years, because realizing that they were cheating and it was all fixed. So you see, nobody really watches it or goes to the Oscars like that. Nobody cares. That's why they can't even find a host most of the years. And you'll see different Black people, they drop in there. They don't care when they start just dropping random Black people as hosts. That's how white people tell you.
Let me make this statement. I think that Black women deserve to be protected. Black men deserve to be respected. I think that everything should be handled sensibly. I'm gonna meet force with force. There was no force. There was only words. There was no force. So when you apply force to a situation, now your action supersedes whatever action came before that. So if I just say, I use my words and I said a distasteful joke, I didn't put my hands on your wife. I didn't catcall to your wife. I said something that was inappropriate. So if you say something inappropriate back, okay, all is fair in love and war. But when you got up on stage, now you are representing how you reply to another man. So your reaction to that another man is, it's okay for me to lose control and say you do crazy things for love. No, you can end up in a prison for love. You can end up in the hospital for love. You can end up in the grave for love. So we can't say this is in the name of love. We can say I'm stressed out. I got a lot of anxiety going on, and that was a goddamn straw that broke the camel's back. Cool, but let's be mindful of the messages that we're sending, because everybody's not going to get away with I lost track of time or lost my mind in the name of love. Some people are going to get hurt doing that action. So we got to have these conversations to let people know, granted, let's defend Black women. Let's respect Black men. But we also have to know the amount of force and pressure we need to add to a situation. That was too much force and too much aggression to the situation.
All right, so I guess, Touch Love, if I can add to what you're saying.
Hold on, Ron Dirty. I'm going to let you talk real quick. One second. Workout tarot card reader. Sister, you can come back on the panel. I think your Wi-Fi was messing up, so I had to drop you down. But the link is in there, so feel free to come back up. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Ryan Dirty. Thank you for the donations. Thank y'all.
Oh, I was going to say, looking at it from the perspective you just explained, I guess maybe what we should do is within ourselves to say, all right, if I am disrespected, how am I going to fly off? And part of that involves understanding why you believe and feel where, where these things stem from. You know what I mean? And if you heard Will Smith, he said, he was playing that role of Richard Williams. And Richard Williams was a fierce protector of his family. So for however long, Will Smith has been playing a man who was, that dude when it came to his family.
Good point. Good point, Ryan Dirty.
Then you combine all of that with all of the stuff that has been going on concerning, it's a combination of he has been imitating a fiercely protective husband and father.
Yep.
Right.
Then you add all of this to it that, it couldn't happen. And like in his speech, he said, art imitates life. And he spent so much time.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mr. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't know what moment is going on right now, what this man has done, Ryan Dirty, has now taken the conversation, which I already think we've already broke that peel back that onion, but you've taken the conversation from surface level to deeper. Will Smith may still be in that mode, that reactionary mode. He might not have depressed, because a lot of times when you play roles, you kind of get sunk and deep down into that role. So it might have triggered something. So that was a great point Ryan Dirty just made. My bad to cut you off. I just wanted to let people know how special what you just said was. Go ahead, brother.
And stemming. Hold on, y'all go ahead. My daughter won't let me talk.
I think it opened his eyes. I agree with Riding Dirty. I agreed with Riding Dirty. I believe in exactly what he said. Also, that he with Will Smith, I think playing that role and previous roles, something is opening him up at this time. And I think just way Serene father would take it and stood up, and they were being ridiculed. They still being ridiculed, which is awful. And same way he said, okay, enough is enough. And I do believe he says art imitates life. It comes together. And that was his moment. Do we think he handled it right? No, by slapping a person. To him. That was his. And that's why I keep saying.
I don't think waking up today he feel the same way. But we'll probably never know. But I believe from what I've seen over the years that he wouldn't have done that if he had to do it twice. So, but it still can't be overlooked because it's on TV.
I think he would have done it again. I think he would have done the exact same thing exactly how he did it, because he's not the type that does. So if you have a person that does this, and for tough love, the only reasons for crime is love, money, and drugs. That's always something when you arrest somebody or they're doing prison time. And for back to Will, I just felt like it was his time. He has emotions. I don't have emotions like that. So for when I see other people react in certain things, I can take out, this guy's always rational. Now he's, after 20, 30 years, he's being irrational. No, it's not irrational. He's just defending his family. And that was the time. That was not all the other 20 years.
I believe that the salute to the chat and the panel. I appreciate you guys being here. Please hit that like button. Let's get this conversation circulating. I like what's going on on the panel and also in the chat. Do you believe that we're making excuses? Well, not we. Do you believe that excuses are being made for Will Smith?
Yep.
Some people are saying, hey, he's trying to protect his wife. Hey, he played other roles and he didn't just go around punching people. Do you believe that Will Smith, people are making excuses for Will Smith's behavior?
Yes.
No, I think we can only give opinions. We can't make excuses for him. We can only state opinions. We don't live their life or know anything.
I think that Will Smith, from a young child being in the spotlight and having no choice but to control his actions, or else he might have not came as far as he had came. With him receiving this reward and being almost 60 and almost done with acting, it was a perfect time.
Okay. Okay. Ron Dirty, what else you got, man? Hope your daughter let you talk.
That's what I think he feels, but that's not how I feel.
I don't even think he was thinking perfect time or anything. I just think it wasn't. I just think he just looked at her, his wife, because at first they were laughing, looked at his wife, and it was not funny to her. She was hurt, and he got up. Like, his son is happy for him and they probably like, he probably got some booty too, like good one this finally. I mean, come on. That's just making a joke of it, but honestly, seriously, he probably did, you know? I don't, I mean, come on. He's come on. He gets a pass from me. I'm not saying for everybody to go do that or handle it, but this is not a teachable moment for kids either.
let's do this real quick. Let's look at the question that was proposed by Corey Page. He says, "What about ChrisRock having to finish the show after getting smacked?" Let's go into that.
He's a comedian.
I mean, that's serious. Because I'll be honest with you. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I got somebody in the back. I'm gonna bring you up right now. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and I don't know if I would have been able to finish the show. I don't know if I would have been able to finish the show after that right there, knowing what just happened. I probably would have been looking for every reason to get close to Will Smith. When he was accepting the award, I would have ran out with an Oscar and hit him.
I really couldn't have finished it. I couldn't. I don't know if I would have hit him with the mic. I don't know, but
I'd hit him with something.
If somebody slapped me, I'm gonna hit him back.
Somebody hit me, I'm hitting you back. I feel like he needs to get his lick back. How many people in the chat room feel like he needs to get his lick back?
I do think he could be able to hit him back, but
I think that it had been somebody else that other people would surface and try to make sure that didn't happen, or try to break it up, or make sure the other person didn't respond just to diffuse things, or would they just let it play out this same way? I don't believe so.
No, me either. If there's a 50 Cent, one of them rappers, he ain't be doing this. But ChrisRock, he's standing there. Look, for 20 minutes, he was like, "Oh my God, I've been hit today."
But Chris showed a lot of resilience. We got to give it to him. He showed a lot of resilience because, like I said, if it would have been somebody else, like 50 Cent or somebody else, it definitely wouldn't have went the way it went.
Let me open your eyes.
See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't know if it's resilience or being afraid. But I do agree with he about to get paid.
It could be both. It could be both.
Because he was resilient and being afraid to get an ass whooping.
I think he was scared. That's why he looked over to the people behind the stage like, is this an act? Did we put something in here that I don't know about? And then look forward. But as soon as I realized that it wasn't an act, I would have attacked. It would have been on.
The last 2 years, how many black comedians have been targeted and threatened to lose their career? How many?
All of them.
Maybe he was thinking about that. Maybe he was thinking about that.
I don't think he was. I don't. See, here's the thing. First of all,
I don't think he was thinking about nothing.
I don't exactly. I don't think it was all of this. But I'll just sue him. That's why I ain't gonna hit him back. I'll just do this and then. I think it came. First of all, of course, he was shot. He's 50-something years old. Got smacked in the face. He's at the Oscars. That's already pressure. He's already hosting in front of everybody.
Bitch slapped.
And bitch slap, right? And I just don't think.
Unbelievable.
I don't think he wanted it. I don't think he was about that life. You know, if you ain't been in the hood for a while, and you know what I'm saying, and something happens, your reaction is going to be slow. But if you know that you never really was about that in the first place, even though when you was in the hood, I think to me it was a flashback of, do I really want to take it there? Because he let this man walk away, sit down, and still talk shit. So at some point in time, you knew what was going on. You knew it wasn't fake. I don't care with nobody. You know it wasn't fake.
You're right, I am.
All I gotta say is Chris Brown has the best dentist because no veneers got broken, nothing. I just have to say that. That's what I was looking at. I was like, damn, his veneers didn't even move. Nothing happened. So I'm gonna say a shout out to his dentist.
Oh, God.
But don't at the same time is if this is the worst show and you work your ass off to get your work that you do for a living on this award show, it overshadows him winning the Oscar. This is his first Oscar. It overshadows, and I don't give a damn what Richard Williams. Don't get me wrong. I love Benny and Serena's story. Okay, gonna get it. Daddy made sure there was gonna be some stars, right. But at the same time, is he didn't act a fool like Will did. I'm sorry, he didn't. Now Richard was a little hard. He sure was, but damn it, he didn't. He only knew how to apply the pressure at a certain time.
I agree with Jeannie. I agree with Jenny right now. I don't think he said that in malice. I think he saw somebody in the front row. He said, okay, I could throw a quick joke out there and keep it moving. I think even when Will was getting up, he thought that Will was going to come and maybe, give him a hug and mess around, but not do anything crazy. And I think that he was really in shock. I think he was in shock all the way up to the point where he watched him walk away. And then he realized how serious the severity of it when Will said what he said from his seat.
Like, y'all not going to say nothing? He did look back to look for somebody.
Yeah, I'm talking about once Will said what he said, and he, from his seat, I think that's when he started looking around like, is this shit really happening? Like, did they really allow this to happen to me? So you feel violated, first of all. You feel violated, you feel disrespected, you feel embarrassed, and you still have to stand up there and perform? Shit. That shit would have been over.
Just like Jada had to sit there in the front row in her green dress. He knew that they were seated there. There's on the seats when you go in there. They practice their lines. They know what to say and do. So he knew that they would be seated right there. He knew when he saw her outside taking pictures, they all do this. He made that joke. So she could be insulted, because she felt horrible. We saw the face after. And she had to sit in the front with her bald head and everybody looking at her head. So that's the same thing. Like in Will's case, would he rather please ChrisRock or the woman that he's married to?
I still say
he had to choose.
If it was ChrisRock that had a smacked Will, all kind of feet would have been on him. And I believe that with my whole soul.
You know how Birdman said, put some respect on my name. Look. So ChrisRock should be saying, put some respect on my name, Will. It was just a joke. You took it out of context. How about that? I'm a comedian.
No, he didn't.
And then
he didn't take that out of context. I have to disagree.
That's something your mother tell you all your life. You talking about what Denzel said. Nah, I don't agree with it.
Listen, nobody's saying, okay, go hit the woman or hit the dude. But at the same time, we can't tell somebody how to feel. You're dealing with emotions of a human being. You can't tell them how to feel. You can only ask them why and discuss it. But you cannot tell a person how to feel. If we could, we wouldn't have that many prisons. If we could, we wouldn't have so many serial murderers.
I'm not trying to tell Will how to feel, but what I am saying is there's a time and a place for everything.
There's never a time and a place for a fight, though, or any kind of incident that's going to put you in jail. Never on this planet a time and a place for that kind of action, for those kind of things. Okay, but what I'm saying.
I got so quiet.
I
don't know. I was waiting for.
He had the opportunity when he went on stage. When he went on stage, he had the opportunity to say, "Man, don't talk about my wife." Okay.
Yeah.
His hand was twitching. Sometimes
that's what I
his hands was twitching. He couldn't. He did what he did. He can't take it back.
He ain't Muhammad Ali. See, he been playing roles too long. He ain't Muhammad Ali.
I think he ain't even move like that.
He's been playing roles too damn long.
That was a pimp slap. That was not.
He ain't even moved like that when he lived in Bel Air, coming home with all the black eyes.
Hey,
he slapped him. Oh, Jesus have mercy.
That man walked away like
I know all the makeup was on his palm.
You know.
Tough Love said he saw him changing color. That was the makeup he put off his face.
He smacked his
jaw.
Maybe
he's tired of being bullied. I don't know.
I'd have bit him.
Yeah, it is. Everybody you get bullied for so long, the bully, and eventually the person is going, turn against it, like back in a. Eventually, that animal is gonna hurt. Therefore, geez.
What about Chris Rock's children?
He's been
That's what I said.
What about his kids? His kids are watching. His kids, they gotta be in their teens.
Yeah.
So what they gonna say is, yo, daddy got slapped by Will Smith.
Chris Rock
Good.
Need to send. Hold on, wait. Chris Rock need to send Will Smith this song right here.
Shit all straight, telling all three of y'all.
Thank you.
You don't need to send him nothing but a letter from his attorney, though.
Thank you.
No, they're gonna go behind the scenes, have a man talk about. This is not always about money. Sometimes it's about integrity.
It's about money. You put your hand on somebody, man. Listen, nah. It ain't about money. It's about
see, you too angry. You woke up with anger.
My face in front of my kids.
Listen, I'm just saying, Chris Rock need to get him a photo of him smacking Will Smith. I don't care.
Bro, at least act like it, because that ain't going. This ain't.
My 3-year-old said, "Is that Will Smith?" I was like, yeah.
See, nobody think he would do that. That's why he would never do stuff. Wow,
it's just too much.
Okay,
getting jiggy with it.
Will chose violence. Chose violence that day.
Nah.
Will went to sleep with violence. He might
At the end of the day, however it go, if it's not dealing with as far as being sued or nothing like that, if they have to make a decision who can't come back, it's gonna be Chris Rock. It'll never be Will.
You know what I'm really upset about? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Even though Will was receiving an award, and this says a lot, right? What's sad about it is they left him there. They let him stay there as if nothing happened. Can you imagine?
That's what I didn't get either.
I didn't get either.
Hosting an event.
Y'all, do y'all know that white people be fighting at the Oscars and do anything? This is not new. It's just that it was. It's that it was Will. White people fight at the Oscars, guys.
When they was doing all that shooting with Suge Knight and Tupac, they was dragging everybody out of that building. Everybody. If you look like
that's shootings, though.
No, this before they even
that's
started.
So different. Yeah, but I remember that one, and they knew that was gonna happen.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
Yes.
Listen. I can't believe that y'all is actually pushing the fuckery. Like, yeah, he slapped me and shit. Let me stop cussing. But you can't condone. I mean, you're a celebrity. You know what the Oscars is. They do jokes on everybody in the crowd. Like, Bo is like really breaking down the emotional shit. Like, ain't nobody embarrassing more than Jada. Putting them on the red table like that, having crowd.
I was saying that earlier, but it was like they didn't want to hear it. They figured that had nothing to do with it. But I
think it's fuck. This is the thing about me though. You don't never go to a man's job and fight him. That's some sucker shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, you go to somebody working at Burger King to fight him for him to lose his job. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel for Chris because I don't know, man. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I'd have been like, this shit over. I'd have made a big deal out of that right then and there.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
I'd have been looking like a straight sucker too, but shit, he already looked like a sucker. He got slapped the fuck, man. The boy slapped you so hard that he said, I'm about to go pass out some documents. He's talking about a documentary, saying I'm about to pass out documents. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's fucked up. I don't condone that. Will has been a stand-up guy the whole time, but he could have just went a different way with that. Like, that was weird. Real sucker shit to me.
I agree with that.
And just imagine how bad it would have been if Chris Rock would have fought back. Then you would have had two black men fighting on the Oscar stage. That should have been crazy.
Yeah.
But if I was Chris Rock, I would have tripped that motherfucker something on the way back. You gonna take this shit for real.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's all I want to say. I'm getting back to work.
For sure, man. I appreciate you coming up. Thanks,
Have a
man.
good day.
Yeah, for real.
Good day.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. All right, y'all. It's about to hit that 2 hour mark. Right? Any closing statements y'all have? Y'all go ahead and make it now. Do my monologue.
I understand Will's pressure, but it's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes we have to keep our hands to ourselves. And I'm only speaking personally because I had to learn this growing up. But growing up the way that I grew up, I always talked with my hands, right? And that got me a lot of time in jail. Okay, and I'm just keeping it 1,000 with y'all. It kept me locked up a lot and a lot of bail money. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to learn that some fights I couldn't fight with my hands physically. You feel what I'm saying? It had to be chess and not checkers. So I just wish that even if he had cussed him out, I could have understood that. I wish they would have been able to have a man-on-man behind the scenes. But when he took it to the next level of physically, that's still physical assault. Either way you look at it. So if Chris decides that he wants to sue him, I mean, shit, the whole world seen what you did. It ain't like he ain't got no evidence. So we gotta learn how to, act in certain situations and not get too emotionally involved, because your emotions can lead you to jail or the grave, or you doing something to somebody that you will regret in that split moment. It can change your life forever, and it's just not worth it.
No doubt. Uppity, why don't you pull up on the panel, because you typing them dissertations.
God's honest truth.
And I think it overshadowed his win. I really do. It overshadows that he won for a movie. It overshadows, and I'm just saying.
I agree, especially to not even apologize.
Thank you. You didn't even apologize to the man that you hit. Okay, this is just damn right rude.
I agree.
It is.
And then when they say you can't take black folks everywhere, this is what they're gonna pull up. They're gonna pull this up and say this is why you can't take black folks everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're gonna use Will as an example.
Thank you.
Nah, they ain't gonna touch Will.
No, they're not. They boycotted the Oscars for years. They were happy to have them.
Will is into that business like nobody.
Yeah, but he's looked at as the good boy. Will is
not as no good boy. Will is between, man. I know a lot, and he in there.
He's a man. He's a man.
They will get rid of him. They will get rid of the man he smacked before they get rid of him.
Exactly.
ChrisRock.
Yeah, they love Will.
I don't think it's a matter of that, though. I think you guys, since you guys are using, not you guys, but the person before is using, I hate using black and white. I just look at it. That's how I see it. Two men.
Yeah, I see two men.
I don't think, honestly, white people, they do the same thing. So they're not going to look at Will, especially at that age. They're not going to look at, they're worse, actually. They're not going to look at Will as anything. No, they're going to drink with him, laugh with him.
Of course they're not.
He's going to have a talk with Chris. They're going to either piece it up, accept an apology, not. That's what two men do. They go, hey, I apologize at that time for smacking the shit out of you. And Chris will probably put it in his routines, make jokes of it. He has now a new routine he can do about Will smacking him for a couple of years. He'll go on to make money off this stuff. No. And there's Will, he's never gone. He's never going anywhere. There's trust me.
Will will never leave. Like I said, Will grounded in
and Chris will have
scared to talk about, and ChrisRock isn't. There's nothing.
And ChrisRock now has monologue like for 2 years.
No, you still can't
so
come
it's
back
gonna work out fine.
Somebody like that.
That's okay, y'all.
So he embarrassed me. It's too embarrassing. Why didn't ChrisRock embarrass Will? Why didn't he joke at Will? Two men at each other instead of throwing it at Jada. He could have went a different way too. He could have tossed a joke at Will. That way Will, if he tossed a joke at him, he hurt his wife. And I think everybody's missing. Like he stood up for his wife.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it didn't have to go that far.
Okay, so this
but that's how he felt.
When I put you on the main screen, then that's your time to speak. And after that, then I'm gonna drop you down so I can get up out of here. So I'm gonna put you on the main screen, and then when you see your face, go ahead and start talking, and then say your last closing words.
Okay, I just believe that exactly like that was his time. Like I said before, I don't feel emotions like that, but I could watch it and see, hey, this dude has been good. This man has been good all his life that we know of, and he's taken a lot. His family has taken a lot. His kids, I mean, they attacked us. They talk about his wife. They talk about him, and he smiles and goes along with it for over 20 years. Now that happened. I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing to just get up and smack somebody, but Chris Brown will have monologue, like I said, and will go on. They'll go on their life and live good and be happy. I don't think there's going to be a lawsuit, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I just think that Will, I think it really was an emotional moment. I really truly think that this was an emotional moment. And it really got the best of Will, to be honest. Like I said, both of them were kind of laughing it off at first. But when he looked at Jada and saw that it really was bothering her, that right there was the trigger for him. And it was like, I think he just saw red. And so that's why he reacted the way that he did. And suffering with alopecia it is a very serious thing and a very hard thing, especially for a woman to deal with. Like Jada is just a beautiful woman anyway. She could wear long hair, short hair, but this is a different scenario because this is actually an autoimmune disease that she deals with on a daily basis. So I think that's what it was. That's what triggered Will. But I just wish she wouldn't have physically assaulted him. If he would have cussed him out, okay, kudos, you took up for your wife, boom, no problem. But the physical assault, that's the issue that I think that went a little too far, especially being at the Oscars.
My mom suffers with it, so I do know the signs and the symptoms and things like that. But I still feel like he didn't have to, like, basically smack his face all the way across the room. And even if he had done that, to sit down and still be yelling, making a fool out of the man, I think it's unacceptable. And I think if it had been somebody do that to him, it would not have panned out the same. It wouldn't have. That's my opinion. Thank you.
It overshadows his award. If it was anybody else, they would have been in jail today. And I just think it sends a bad message to the Black community that we are still can't go nowhere. We can't go. We still got to act ghetto when we go to higher places and we getting awards in our Sunday best. That's the problem I'm having with this. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for calling your panel, Tough Love. I appreciate this conversation this morning.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Ron Dirty, you there? He must be busy. So let me go ahead and say my little closing words. If Ron Dirty comes back, then I'll let him say his little piece. First of all, salute to everybody that jumped on the panel and gave their perspective. Listen, I believe everybody that jumped on the panel today, you're right. Based on your life experience, your institutional knowledge, your common sense, your street smarts, that's really how we gauge these things, what we've been through, what trial and tribulations we've overcame, the things that we feel that are near and dear to our heart, what we prioritize to be life lessons. So when we look at these things, when we talk about Black women not being protected, we talk about the Black community, in disarray. When we see things like that, a lot of times our wrong and right, we shift it depending on what we think is a priority for us, what we think is our inability to now we need to respond because we've been in such disarray. There's a lot of people out there that feel that Black women are not protected, and this is a key example of a man being a man. There's a lot of people that also feel that, hey, let's protect our women, but let's be smart so that way we don't have to go to jail. We still can go home. We don't have to go to the graveyard. We don't have to go to the hospital. So a lot of people have a lot of different viewpoints. I don't disagree with nobody's viewpoint. I think that we all have a common ground. A common ground is that we want to feel safe. We want to be protected. We want to live our best lives. And I think that we all need to do a better job at respecting one another, nourishing one another, and also building one another. So for those people that feel unprotected, that feel like this was a clear definition of a man protecting a woman or protecting his family or protecting his honor, I could see where you're coming from. For those people that feel like this was, degrading towards Black men and the Black community, I can feel where you're coming from as well. I'm kind of in the middle because I can see and understand both sides, and I understand the need for more action and more smarter action. So I appreciate you guys, not only on the panel, but in the chat room. You guys have created a great narrative, being able to disagree and also agree at different points. But I can see that everyone is passionate about their viewpoint and the reason why they feel this was right or wrong. Now, let me get on Jada for a minute. Now, Jada is someone that I really have grown to like, based on, you know, her personality and her acting skills or whatever. Jada and Will have both been involved in an entanglement. You know, I think Jada entanglement was a little bit more publicized. So a lot of people feel a certain type of way. You know, maybe Jada wasn't good enough for Will Smith, or, you know, maybe what she did, you know, really caused embarrassment to the family. And, you know, Will has the right to respond and act out because he was so, you know, he held his feelings in. So now this is him reacting, being a real man. And I get it, you know, I get all of that. But I feel like, you know, at some point in time, we all go through things with our family members or significant others, or friends or colleagues that make us say, you know, I don't want to continue to fight. I don't want to continue to hold this anxiety, this stress or whatever. And sometimes we may release it in a manner that other people won't understand because they're not in our household. We're not, you know, you're not crying on their shoulder. You're not going through that stress on a regular basis. So I really get and understand the fact that sometimes you meet people at their wits' end. Sometimes you meet people thinking it's just going to be a joke, but for them, that moment is everything. That feeling is everything, and they must act in that feeling. They must act on that emotion. And a lot of times, you know, we don't get a chance to get the life lesson until it's too late. Hopefully this is a life lesson for people, and they understand that we must learn to heal. We must learn how to communicate. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys for stopping by and coming through. I'm about to get up out of here. If Rod and Dirty is there, I'll let him get the last word before I get out of here. L. Nixon, what's up, L. Nixon? Salute to Uppity, salute to Mayan King. I refuse to lose, and everybody else that came through. Lawrence, I see you. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Please hit that like button. I will also address this. A lot of people thought it was a stage. I really thought it was staged, to be honest. But I watched that replay, and I don't think it was nothing fake about it. You know, I think that was a real moment. And I don't know if ChrisRock was being patient or if he was being scared. I don't know which one it was, but because I'm not in his body. My reaction, you know, it would have probably been different. I know a lot of men, their reactions would have been different, you know, but I want you guys to say in the comments how you feel. You know, do you feel like ChrisRock responded correctly? Do you feel like Will Smith responded correctly? Hell, do you feel like Jada Smith, you know, responded correctly? And what do you think the conversation was afterwards? And do you think a lawsuit is coming? Or do you think they're going to be able to chop it up behind the scenes? Salute to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this broadcast. I really think that this is an example of great dialogue, what we can do once we put our minds together. Rod and Dirty, are you there? Okay, I don't think he's there, y'all. I really appreciate you guys. I'm about to get up out of here. Until next time, adult up. Peace.